Hey everybody, welcome to Mukbang and Mysteries. Are you ready for a good true crime story? Are you ready to see some good food? Cause I know I'm ready to eat. So stay tuned.
So, the fact that I'm bald means nothing in this. The fact that I'm bald.
On February 14, 2018, 19-year-old Nicholas Cruz opened fire on students and staff at Margie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, murdering 17 people and injuring 17 others. On October 20, 2001, Cruz pled guilty to all charges and apologized for his actions. Sentencing was expected in January of 2022, but was delayed numerous times, some due to COVID-19 pandemic. Cruz sentencing began July 18, 2022. He pled guilty to 17 counts of murder and 17 counts of attempted murder. This trial is for his penalty. Either he get life in prison or the death penalty. This decision is up to the jury. The shooting took place during the afternoon of February 14th. He was spotted and recognized by a staff member who radioed college that he was walking purposely towards Building 12. However, he did not pursue the shooter or call a code red to lock down the school. Cruz entered Building 12, a 3-story structure containing 30 classrooms, typically occupied by 900 students and 20 teachers. Armed with the AR-15 style semi-automatic rifle and multiple magazines, Cruz entered a hallway and began firing at students and teachers. Cruz first killed 3 students in the hallway, then fired through the windows of 4 closed classroom doors, killing 6 more students and wounding 13 others. After killing 2 staff members near a stairwell, Cruz went to the 2nd floor where he fired into 2 more classrooms, but did not hit anyone. On the 3rd floor, he shot and killed 5 students and another staff member, who all had been standing in the hallway. 4 other students was injured. Next, he went into the teacher's lounge, where he attempted to shoot out the hurricane-resistant window facing the yard in order to target more students and staff fleeing below, but failed. After he stopped shooting, possibly because his rifle jammed, Cruz dropped his rifle on the 3rd floor of the building and left the scene by blending in with other fleeing students. He then walked to a fast food restaurant, stopped at Walmart to get a slushie, and lingered before leaving on foot at 3:01 p.m. At about 3:40 p.m., police stopped Cruz 2 miles from the school in the Windowin Lake neighborhood of Coral Spring and arrested him as the suspect shooter. He was then taken to the hospital emergency room with labored breathing. After 40 minutes, Cruz was released back into police custody and booked into the Browns County Jail. The shooting lasted for about 6 minutes in total, and all of the victims were shot within just 4 minutes. School surveillance camera video showed Cruz as the shooter, and he was also recognized by eyewitnesses. While SWAT paramedics was inside the building, additional paramedics from the local fire and rescue department repeatedly requested to enter the building. These requests was denied by the Brown Sheriff County office even after the suspect was arrested. 12 victims died inside the building. 3 died just outside the building on the school premises, and 2 died in the hospital. The 14 students and staff members were killed were Elisa Aldebes, Scott Beagle, Martin DeWitt, Nicholas Durrett, Aaron Feist, Jamie Guttenberg, Chris Hickson, Luke Poirier, Kara Longren, Gina Bottado, Joaquin Oliver, Elena Petty, Meadow Pollock, Helena Ramsey, Scott Shetner, Carmen Shintrup, and Peter Wayne. Geography teacher Scott Beagle was killed after he unlocked the classroom for the students to enter and hide from Cruz. Aaron Feist, an assistant football coach and security guard, was killed as he shielded 2 students. Chris Hickson, the school athletic director, was killed as he ran towards the sound of gunfire and tried to help fleeing students. Student Peter Wang was last seen in his junior JRTC uniform, holding the door open so others could get out more quickly. Blake was unable to flee with the student when Cruz appeared and fatally shot him was the captain of the Parkland Soccer Club. On March 7, 2018, nearly 3 weeks after the shooting, she was honored by the USA Women's National Soccer Team prior to the game in Orlando. Her teammates and family were invited to the game and presented with official jersey that featured her name. Meadow Pollock was a senior who was shot 4 times. As Cruz fired into other classrooms, Pollock crawled to a classroom door but was unable to get inside. Carol Longden, a freshman, was alongside Pollock, and Pollock covered Longhorn in an attempt to shield her from the bullets. The shooter returned to the classroom and located Pollock and Longhorn, discharging his weapon 5 more times and killing both girls. The last victim to remain hospitalized is 15-year-old Anthony Burgess. He was discharged on April 4th, dubbed the real Iron Man. Burgess was shot 5 times after he used his body to barricade the door of a classroom where 20 students was inside. Upon his release, Burgess issued a statement that criticized the action of the Broward Sheriff Deputy, Sheriff Scott Israel, and the school superintendent, Robert Sunick. His family has filed a notice of suit in an attempt to sue the school district for personal injury to cover costs related to the recovery. Burgess was honored with the Humanitarian Award at the 2018 BET Awards. Survivors of the shooting, teachers and students alike, have struggled with survivor's guilt and other symptoms of PTSD. On March 17, 2019, 13 months after the shooting, 19-year-old Sydney, who survived and whose friend Meadow Pollock had been killed during the shooting, died by suicide after struggling to attend college. She was terrified of being in the classroom and also had been treated for survivor's guilt and PTSD. Less than a week later, a 16-year-old boy who had survived the shooting died by suicide. On May 23, 2018, the parents of Jamie Guttenberg and Alex Schrettner sued firearm manufacturer American Outdoor Brands Corporation, formerly known as Smith & Wesson, the manufacturer of the rifle used by Cruz, and distributor Sunrise Tactical Supplies, the retailer who sold Cruz the rifle, claiming damages due to the defendant's complexity in the entirely foreseeable deadly use of assault-style weapon that they placed on the market. 15 survivors sued the county sheriff and school official for failing to protect them, contending that the government's inadequate response to the shooting violated their 14th Amendment right to due process. This lawsuit was dismissed on December 2018, with the judge citing prior case law in a ruling that the government did not have a duty to protect the defendants from the actions of the shooter. In 2021, it was announced that the families of the victims of the shooters would be awarded $25 million settlement from Brown County School District after a lawsuit was filed by families of the 52 victims. Allegedly, the school district negligence was to blame. The money will be paid in 3 installments and settles 52 of the 53 lawsuits filed against the school district for negligence. Later in the year, it was announced that the families of the victim have reached a $125 to $130 million settlement with the federal government due to the FBI inactivity about tips on Cruz's stated desire to commit a school attack and the weapon clutch that they had. The tip had been through the FBI tip line a month prior to the shooting and detailed Cruz's gun ownership, desire to kill others, and erratic behavior on social media posts, and was not followed up by any investigators. The school held its graduation ceremony on June 3, 2018, and diplomas was presented to the families of Nicholas Durrett, Joaquin Oliver, Meadow Pollock, and Carmen Shintrup, 4 students who were killed in the attack. Stoneman Douglas principal Ty Thompson began by dedicating the ceremony to those not with us. Many graduates wore sashes that were emblazoned with MSD Strong or decorated with caps with references to the Never Again movement. While some dedicated their caps to their late classmates, families of victims also made statements. The mother of Joaquin Oliver accepted his diploma wearing a t-shirt saying, "This should be my son." Talk show host Jimmy Fallon made a surprise appearance and gave a commencement speech to the graduating class, thanking them for their courage and bravery.